Did you see that? Howdy, folks! How are y'all doing? My name is Reese, and welcome back to the Minecraft 2025 Let's Play Adventure! Where today... Yeah, that's not quite the mega structure I hoped it would be, is it? The cross is not nearly as big as it seems to be when you're up close to it. It definitely needs to be bigger, and we'll have a go at a second large one in the future. We did what we could with the time we had, alright? We have way more materials, we can build it up bigger. I think it looks nice, though. You know, in my mind, when I visualized it, it was like, whoa, tall, and like, whoa, wide, and gosh darn it, that's just not quite how it turned out. But, the future! The future! Definitely looks cool, though. Even though it is small, it definitely does look cool to have some kind of structure on the horizon. I do have planned another mega structure, one that's going to be much bigger, and, sort of in a that-wardly area, but that's a project for later. Today, I said we were going to do sand duplication, and I'll be gosh darned if we're not. Because in order to build the sand duplication machine, like I have seen built in various YouTube videos and tutorials and guides that I've looked up, we're gonna need slime. And to be blunt with you, we just don't have enough. I've looked into our slime collection, and basically what we're looking at here is we've got 17 slime, and that's not even half of what we need. We need so much more, and I don't quite frankly know what we're going to do about it. I'm not really sure what the most efficient method of farming slime is. I'll have to figure out where slime chunks are, deep underground, and then just let slime spawn and then kill them? That's the method I know of. Another method is to just, you know, travel to a swamp, like your vanilla basic swamp biome. Like there's going to be something other than a vanilla biome in this. We don't have anything other than vanilla biomes, so let's not even get started on that. But we got to find a vanilla swamp biome, and at night, slimes have the potential to spawn there. And I don't really need that many, right? If I go out there with what I got on me, and I've got looting on my weapons and everything, we might be able to farm enough for this build, and we can worry about it in the future. But finding a vanilla swamp's the tricky part, because this up here is a mangrove swamp. I don't think spawn... I mean, I can check real quick. To be fair, I haven't checked. Give me a second while I type in the words, do chunks... Nope. Do slimes spawn in mangrove swamps? Slimes can spawn in mangrove swamps in Minecraft, but they're significantly less likely to do so compared to regular swamp biomes. Well, that's unfortunate, isn't it? That's very unfortunate. But perhaps near the mangrove swamp is a vanilla swamp? Is that possible? Have we ever found a vanilla swamp? I don't think we have. I don't remember finding one. We're going to fly up here to Pajalik Village in the far north, and I'm going to definitely get some more rockets before we head out. But we're going to head up there, I reckon. And, I don't know, we'll see what we find, but we should have some more rockets in here. And I think we've got an ender chest on us at all times anyway. And then whatever happened, did we make a bed that we didn't end up using? Let's bring that with us. We'll set it up in Pajalik Village in case we need to sleep. Although we don't need to. We want it to get dark. We want it to be nighttime. We want slimes to spawn, gosh darn it. So away we go to the far north. I was going to say the cold, frozen north, but that's the opposite of what we want. We don't want it to be cold nor frozen. Oh, that was weird. The sun is like at high noon, but because of how I'm flying, it made it look like we were flying towards the sun. Maybe just for me, though. Maybe that's just a trick of my own mind. Alright, we're going to head towards Pajalik Village. We're going to head towards the mangrove swamp. And we'll kind of start searching there. And it's possible with distant horizons, we might even be able to see a distant swamp from a ways off and just head towards it. Although, would I know what I was looking at from this kind of a distance? I feel like no. I think a lot of what we're looking at right in front of us is jungle biome. That's what it looks like to me. It looks like a bunch of jungle biome. Not super useful. I can see Pajalik Village right now. I'm pretty sure is what I'm looking at, dead ahead and slightly to my right there. I don't know, what is that village down there? Hold on, I'm actually a bit turned around on what I'm looking at here. So if we're right here, Morgantown. Oh, that's a Snake's Rest right there. Okay, yeah. In that case, I know exactly what I'm looking at ahead of us. Now, I'm pretty sure the furthest north we've ever been has been, if you look down and to the right, you'll see the Pillager Tower that we raided once long ago, where we got our original allays. Long ago. Long time ago. And I don't think we've been past that point still to this day. I could be wrong, I could be misremembering, but looking at it, I don't think so. It's like up here, and I guess we kind of went up here a little bit. That's all cold frozen over there, though. We're not going in that direction. We're going dead ahead. None of this over here was a swamp, was it? This all says jungle region, plains, old growth, whatever that means. So yeah, we're charting forward into unknown territory. And remember, we just want to find a swamp. That's all we're looking for. We're not asking for a whole lot out of this expedition here. A nice swampy bog, you know? Me Googles is me name. I like a swampy bog. It's time to play a game with your favorite Highland frog, alright? Comment down below if you're familiar with that. I imagine many of you would have grown up watching that excellent bit of television there. The temptation is always to stop and look at these as we come across them. The issue is it is getting dark now, which means that we probably should focus. By the way, the frame rate is bad for me as well, in case you were wondering. Distant Horizons is probably chewing up resources on the server at the moment. Let's very quickly, though, just have a quick rest and just see what we got. Okay, Curse of Binding, Curse of Vanishing, Fortune 2. I'm leaving it all. None of it's useful to me. And, you know, we'll have a little bit of mystery left in the world if I leave that there. But let's keep going. We got a savanna ahead of us from the looks of things. No swamps, though. This is just jungle over here. None of this is swampy. And none of this is filled in on the map, either. Whoa. Maybe going north is a bad idea, right? Maybe what we should do instead is go straight to the east. Sorry, to the west, where the sun is setting. I know my directions. I know what's going on here. If you look at compass, right, north is at the top, and then if you can't figure out where west and east is, they'll spell we. Like we are heading in the wrong direction, right? That's how you keep track of that. And if you hold up your hand and it makes the shape of an L, that's the left. Now, if you're dyslexic and you don't know what direction the L goes, you're cooked. Sorry. Life's gonna be on hard mode for you! I didn't make this decision! Do you think it's possible that maybe we've wasted our time going to the north? Does Minecraft actually render biomes in a semi-realistic way? Like, if I stay up here, am I most likely to just find cold regions? Is that what this is? Is that why we were just coming across snow now? Was this all a mistake? I feel like exploring all of this, with a new update right around the corner that adds sort of regional creatures, is probably in itself also a mistake. Because now we're going to be spawning in all these creatures that otherwise wouldn't exist in the world. And we're not going to get the cool regional ones in the future. Unless we go, ooh, oh. Okay, it was worth it. It was worth it all for that brief moment. It's okay, I can purge all of this in the future, and we can reload it. That's actually been my plan for a while, is after the next update, we can open up the map in any kind of editor, really, and just purge away chunks where things haven't been built, and then we can come back and respawn those chunks, and whatever new things are in the world will just be there. I don't think they've significantly altered world gen in 21.5, so it's not going to have any sort of weird, abrupt, hard edges. Look at the size of this portal. Oh my gosh. We have not found one this large above ground. We found a pretty decently large one underwater, but even it wasn't this big. This thing is huge. Do you have slime? No slime. Disappointment. Well, excuse me, sir? This is none of your business what's going on around here. Nor yours. That was a shovel. Was not the correct weapon. Goodness me. Nope. Hey, I'm 3 for 3, baby! That's 5 for 5! Have wandering traders come to my house? Oh, look, a village. Okay. Well, there's the ice spires. And is that a village on a hill over there? Well, I believe that is exactly what I'm looking at over there. It's the village with the light on the hill! They're not hiding it under a bushel, they're letting it shine! What a lovely little village. I doubt if they have any slimes. There's a ton of villages around here. It's actually shocking the number of villages there are around here. Looky here, looky here, looky what we got here. We just hop down here and say hello. Oh, well, that's unfortunate for you, isn't it? Can I get inside here? Yes, I can. Alright, we're just gonna have a look at their loot. Ponder. Do we have that one yet? I think we do. We're gonna take it anyway. Oh, hi. Don't mind me. I'm heading on my way. Aurora Borealis. At this time of the year, in this part of the country, isolated entirely in the sky above us. We're actually heading close to, and I think that's what we're seeing on the left side of the screen if you see the lights through the clouds here in a second. We're going close to the ice cabin that we've got, which means that we could potentially go home via the Nether pretty quickly if we wanted to. But I'm actually thinking about heading straight south and trying our luck at finding a swamp down there. I don't know if we haven't really gone south all that far, really, ever. I guess we've gone about as far south. Well, no, hold on. This is our base. Uh-oh. Sorry, what? Am I being attacked by sky demons literally while flying? Yes, I am. That's funny. I'm not thinking that there are swamps anymore. I'm thinking maybe Minecraft got rid of swamps. That's fun, though. Charge! Whoa! Hello! I kind of expected once this was actually in the real world and it was no longer a distant horizon thing, it would kind of suck. But no, this is sort of really cool looking. This is a cool little mountain! It's also not little. It's quite large. Let me give everything around us a chance to load, and we'll kind of see on the map what we're dealing with. Oh. Wait a minute, hold on! I found a map, I found a swamp, everyone. But there's not gonna be slimes here now, surely, because it's the daytime. Still, we found a swamp. That's sort of what we were looking for. Oh, man. It's the worst time of day to find it, too. Alright, well, I'll tell you what, folks. I've got nothing better to do while I wait. Why don't we build a swamp hut? Go get a nice level area to build it in. Or should we build it out in the water? Maybe I cut all this down for no reason. Fine, this is actually just where swamps are where slimes are hopefully going to spawn. Now we gotta start cutting down some trees, and we're gonna want to make sure that we maintain the sort of aesthetic of the swamp. And yes, the frame rates are low for me as well right now, but they'll pick back up soon. Oh yeah, there's Ponder right there. I don't even know if that made it into a mainline video. Now that I think about it, that might have been on one of the sort of lost media editions. For those of you who don't know, if I make a video and at the end of it I'm not super happy with it, we've done this 3 times now. I will just trash that video. Right, I'll edit it and upload it and release it to channel members, but then basically re-record it, redo the contents of it in another video. We've done that thrice now, and I think in one of those I landed at a place and found Ponder, and was like, this video sucks! And they're not actually bad. They're not actually bad. It's just I always look at them in the timeline and think, I'll tell you what it normally is. It's if I feel like my energy is off, where it's like I sound really bored in this video. And it's not that I'm bored. Sometimes I just record when it's late and I'm tired, and I probably shouldn't record, but I'm up against the wire. And, you know, normally I'll look back on that and be like, I want the series to be better remembered than that, right? I know it's not that it's bad, it's that I know I could do better. And so with that in mind, we will oftentimes, not oftentimes, only 3 times have we actually sat down and re-recorded something where I've been like, I know this could have been better. I'm giving it another go. It doesn't come up all that often, but when it does, I always make them available. It's almost like a blooper reel. If the blooper reel was, here's an entire film that we shot and we decided to refilm it, enjoy, right? It's for a very niche audience of people are going to want to watch that. And it happens that typically that audience perfectly overlaps with individuals who want to help financially support. Because you got to be kind of crazy to want to financially support this endeavor, right? To become like a channel member or a Patreon supporter. And you have to be kind of crazy to watch, like, you know, I want to see the video that Reese made that he thought was subpar. I want to see that video. So that works out. By the way, when I use the term slightly crazy to describe my Patreon supporters and channel members, I certainly don't mean it as an insulting way, because we love our channel members and our Patreon supporters. And let's all be honest, I'm a little crazy too. There's nothing wrong with that. It's the difference between talking to yourself and responding to yourself, you know? One of those things might get you locked away, and the other one just means that you're, you know, a prime candidate as a channel supporter. Now, the reason that we decided to go ahead and collect so many vines is so that when these new trees grow, we can replant them. Or rather, we can replace them. We can replace the vines. And the new trees will all... I don't know if trees just naturally growing in this biome will spawn with vines. I don't think so. I think we'll have to manually place the vines back on the trees. But I don't want to ruin the swamp aesthetic. So that's why I collected a stack of them. Oh my gosh, that's exactly a stack of wood. That's perfect. That is perfect to be getting on with. Okay, it doesn't need to be all that big. We don't need a really big swamp shack here, I don't think. Swamp shack! Yeah, that's what it is. We're definitely using influence from the old witches' huts, right? I'm thinking 3 blocks above ought to be enough. And you know what? I'm realizing I almost certainly did not get enough wood, looking at how much we've already used. We'll be lucky if we have enough here just for the freaking swamp fishing pier. Wow. Yeah. Okay, we have 4 left over. Fantastic. You might be trying to figure out how we plan to get up there, but vines eventually. Yeah. I don't know why I thought you could stand on sugarcane. You just phase right through it. It is now dark, which means that at any moment we may start to see slimes appear. That's what we're here for, after all. Whoop. Well, that didn't work. There's zombies. That makes sense, I guess. Why does that make sense? Why does swamp... I guess voodoo, zombie, swamp... Those are the things that link together in my brain to make zombies make sense. There we go. Definitely need more logs for this project, although this is not why we're here. We did not come here to build this. This is not the reason we... I just thought it'd be nice to have a little safe area that we could get to that other things couldn't, from which we could, like, slowly await the spawning of the slimes. If other things are spawning, though, does that... I guess that means slime... Oh, that's awful. Chicken jockey, okay. The heck is that? Not one of those guys! How long have they spawned here? Oh, gosh darn it. Do I have my shield? Is it in my inventory right in front of me? It could be. That's the problem. It very well could be. Everything I actually need is inside that red container there, and I've got to try to get to it now. Keeping in mind there is no safe way back to here. Oh, good. They're turning into drowned. Come here, you. I gotta go deal with this guy. There we go. Not that big a problem. I can't get back up on top of this tree. This guy's being all tricky. This is the tree I got on top of earlier, isn't it? Shoot, at this rate, we should have just stayed up here on top of this tree. This is the safest place we can be. There are no slimes here. I've been lied to. I've been deceived. I've been misled. I'm disappointed. Well, at the very least, I can open this up now and get my shield out. Nice. And we can get our bow and an arrow. Oh, we already had some. We only need the one, really. Does this... Wait, hold on. Which bow is this? Hold on. No. Where's our infinite bow? Where did our... We didn't break our infinite bow, did we? Where are they? Maybe we did, because all I've got in here is oh, no, infinity. Oh, that is it. That is it. Okay. No, we're good. Well, I think we have to go hunting now, because maybe we just have to kill some of the monsters that are here to kind of get slimes to spawn, right? Because there's just too many other guys. There are a lot of other guys around here, after all. Tons and tons of skeletons. There's a slime. There's literally a slime right there. And a bunch of creepers. Now, what killed that slime? Because it wasn't me. Okay, things are getting a little bit out of hand here. The issue is that I need to kill the slimes myself. Oh, this is a nightmare. Hold on. Are you kidding me? Could this possibly get any worse? Be dead. Where's my food? Oh my gosh. I can't right now. I genuinely, I can't with this. Everybody needs to calm down, because I need to eat. Stop that. Stop that right now. Ridiculous situation. Alright, you, come here. There we go. There's some slime. Of course! Of course! That's what would happen! Okay. We might have enough slimes already. I'm not sure. I'll have to check. Nope, go away. Shoo. I didn't do a math. I didn't do a math before I came out here. You know, I didn't run any numbers. I'd like more, though. I'd like to go home with a few stacks, if possible. And right now, that doesn't not seem possible until I find some more slimes. So, what we can't do is we can't let ourselves get caught like that again. I see another slime. What we gotta do is we just gotta keep moving. Keep ducking, keep weaving. If we stay in one spot for too long, that's how we get jumped by everything that moves. Yeah, see, it's already happening. They're starting to form up around us. Okay, here come the sky demons again. Much more prepared for them this time. Whoa, that was cool! Did the creeper take it out, or was that my imagination? It looked like one of them got killed by a creeper. I choose to believe that's what happened. This place is gonna be like a battle scar This place is going to be like a pockmarked battleground with all of the various different holes from the exploding creepers. It's gonna look like something out of World War II. Okay, we're getting more drops, we're getting more slimes, we need another slot for them. No, we don't. Honestly, so far so good. We've just probably got a bunch of crap in our inventory, if you'll excuse the use of the CRAP word. Let's get down the clutter crate real quick. Okay, and let's do what the clutter crate was designed for and fill it with clutter. We're gonna hold on to that slime balls, though, because I want to see how many slime balls we've collected. I want to keep track of that. It's better to use the axe for creepers, because it's a 2-hit kill, and it's better to use the sword for these guys, not because it deals more damage to them, but because it has fortune on it, which, or, no, looting, sorry, my mistake. You can't get looting on an axe, so... Even though it'd probably deal more damage to use the axe, we really do want to try to get him with the looting. So let's see if we can find one more slime. When I find one more slime, I see a zombie villager, not exactly what I'm looking for. Searching. I'm searching high, I'm searching low. Come on, I think the light level might already be too high. Yeah, I don't think we're getting another slime today. What a shame. What a gosh darn shame. Oh dear. I'm now on fire. I'm now very close to death. I did not need to jump in the water at that point. The only good news, I don't think slimes don't burn during the day, do they? I actually don't know. I don't know if I've ever seen a slime on fire. I was gonna say, if one more spawned right before the sun came up, it'd still be out there potentially. But I don't know that to be true. Look at this little guy. He's not burning in the sun, and I should not have killed him with this weapon. Get away from that pig. What's interesting is if I just made it a little bit darker, right? Like if I just put a roof over this place, I think slimes would continue spawning during the day. And in fact, to make that point, what we could do is we could hollow out a little area underneath here. What is that? Brown mushroom, you say? I guess from a certain perspective. Well, we did get a stack plus 1, which is what we came here to do, but I actually don't even know if that's enough. Take this tree down. Gets us enough, what, 24 planks? Almost enough, I feel like, to redo our house over there. Do we really need trees? Do I actually care about this being a swamp? Wouldn't it make more sense to cut all the trees down and have it be one big open field where it's easier to get all the creatures? Although I guess it's nice being able to dodge behind trees and avoid enemies. Let's go back to our platform. Are these freshly grown trees? Are these the new ones? Hold on. Oh, it's raining. Good! Good! Slimes might spawn during the rain. I'm gonna say, let me plant some more vines up here. I think you only need, like, maybe one on each side, because they will grow out to the sides, I'm pretty sure. I see you guys. I see you. Come on. Wahoo! Let's go, boys. Oh, darn you. Oh! 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 Did you see that? The ultimate trick shot! That was good. It looks like other monsters... where are these guys coming from? I don't even see them. So it looks like other monsters are respawning now during the rain. I'm not seeing any slimes yet. I'm keeping my eyes open, though. What I have also noticed that one of these did spread to the side, which is nice to see. So I do want these all the way around, by the way. So far, we've just built a platform, and that wasn't the original plan. The original plan was to build a proper house out here. But so far, I feel safe. It doesn't seem like anyone with a bow or arrow, or both, actually, has managed to, uh-oh, hit me. I mean, I feel obligated to deal with this, even though it's not really my problem. Not to go full Shrek and, you know, this is my swamp and all that, but I do kind of feel a certain level of ownership over it now that I put up a small structure. So, I think it's time I deal with these HOA Karens over here. What's up, guys? What's wrong? Is my grass too tall for you? Huh? Oh, you don't like the treehouse in the backyard? Find me someone who cares, eh? Huh? How about that? How did I run out of arrows? Wait, you're supposed to have infinite arrows. Let's go. Come on. I guess I should actually probably use this. Yeah, that's how you deal with them. It's that simple. You have a potion on you? What is your deal? Potion spider? I was going to dig a tunnel underground to see if a slime would spawn in it, and I'm thinking I might still do that. I was just giving it a quick run around, and I'm definitely not seeing any slimes. So how about right here, right? What if we just sort of, dig this out slightly? Put a couple of torches down at the entrance, and then we just go slightly under, and we make a big sort of platform down here in the dark. I think it only needs to be a light level of 7. I did look this up earlier. I'm pretty sure as long as it's 7 or lower, which means it doesn't need to be pitch black, but it does need to be pretty dark. Well, no, not even pretty dark. Just darker than it is outside during broad daylight, which means they should be spawning right now during the storm, I would think. Ooh, okay, we got some water here. Right on. Very cool. Something like this, right? Big open area, decently dark. We're gonna step outside, and we're just gonna wait and see what happens. If anything under there, it's probably just gonna be full of zombies. We're honest. It is getting dark again, which is nice. I'd like to build a portal over here. Can I get on there yet? Can I climb up that yet? Yeah, I'd like to get a portal built up here. Maybe facing to the north? I'm pretty sure that's... Yeah, because there's the big tower, or the big mountain. And then that way we can fast travel back to here in the future. I see a slime over there already. Let's go check our hole. Let's go check the slime hole. Nothing in the slime hole yet. Don't know if I like calling it the slime hole either. Not a big fan of that. Not a fan of the way that sounds. Once again, we have this problem. Everything is coming for me. Everything is coming for me. Why you guys got shovels? What have y'all been doing out here, huh? That was scary looking, the way it suspended itself in the air there for a second. Didn't like that. Okay, you, come here. Before everything else gets over here and attacks me, come here. Why are there so many creepers? It's quite a bit of slime. No, it's not. It's 6 slime. It's not that much. Okay, we can take care of the creepers quickly if we're taking them on one at a time. You have to be bold with them is the only issue. You have to really be willing to charge them down. This thing needs to be taller, or it needs to have like a watchtower. Why are there so many of you guys out here? What are you doing in my swamp? Yeah, that one got away from me. Cluttered again. Very cluttered. Lots of clutter for the clutter crate. Anything down here? No. There's fewer slimes this time than there was last night. Maybe it's the rain, right? Like, maybe they're worried they'll dissolve if they go out in the rain. Which makes no sense because they're living in a swamp, so... These things keep going off. Oh! I've got one. But look at the journey I'm having to go on to get to it. And look at everything that's definitely going to be on my tail by the time I get here, right? And then I have to kill it 14 times. Falling back into the woods here. Oh, no. Bad. Oh, dear. Oh, geez. Oh, gosh. Okay. Nope. Yep. Nope. It's getting worse. Every second it's getting worse. Fly away. Fly away. Aerial combat. Minecraft. Welcome. Just want to kill the little guys. Get out of here. That's all I want to do. Not interested in everything else that moves and breathes. Well, I guess most of these things are dead, so they're not breathing. Oh. Whoa, buddy, that's a big one right there. And I did actually hit it with the arrow. I actually hit it. That's 45 slimes in my inventory right now, plus the stack and a bit I got back at the house. And by house, I mean platform in the water. I'm sick of these guys. Oh, please drop the last piece that I need. You son of a gun. I want to get these ones. I didn't get all of them. I want to get them. Come here, you. Oh my gosh. Get away from me. Shoot. Go away. Get away from me. I'm not going to die to spiders. I'm not a chump. You cannot die to spiders in netherite armor. It's just not right. Can't let that happen, no matter what. No! Oh my gosh! I was too confident. Forget what I said earlier about needing to have all your confidence when you're confronting them. Have no confidence. I could have died just then. I was at half a heart. Still die if I'm not careful. All it takes is one thing. Let's try that again. Let's try that again. Well, I think that maybe now with the sun rising is a good time for us to consider leaving here and going home. Don't see any additional slimes in the area. There's no slimes in the ice machine. I think this guy just came out of our hole in the ground, where it looks like there's more zombies, but absolutely no slimes, which is a gosh darn shame. That's okay, because we do have 2 stacks of slime plus 3, and I think that means we probably have enough to do what we need to do. Pardon? Was that wasn't just the sound of that thing closing, was it? Did you folks also hear scary noise just then? Must have been my imagination. Well, we've got this place we know of now, and we can set it up as a waypoint. Swamp Shack. Is it a fortress? I feel like no, but there you go. Swamp Shack. What? Do we ever set up a thing for the snow cabin? No. We should do that real quick. Snow cabin. Fortress. Sure. Just like Fortress Vasselgen over on Gilliam Island. Speaking of, let's go home. I think it's a general thiswardly direction. And who knows what we might see along the way. Is this more swamp right here? Wait, is this more hold on. Follow. Oh, yeah. Oh, I thought it was just this little bit here, but no, there's been this whole other swamp area right. Oh! Hold on, with an actual witch's cabin this whole time? Are you kidding me? I didn't need to build anything. We could have just walked over here. Anything cool here, do you think? I mean, I feel obligated to check just while we're in the vicinity. There's a cat. Does not want to be here. Very badly does not want to be here. And there's a witch. Okay. I'm gonna go on my way then. I think, again, a general thiswardly direction. Until we start seeing something familiar. This isn't just, like, in some way connected up to our lake, is it? I know it's supposed to be an ocean, but let's be honest. No. No, I mean, it could be, I guess, through a series of interconnected rivers, but this is actually the same body of water as the snow cabin is on. That's kind of cool. I'm gonna go up a couple more times. And then we're just gonna tilt ourselves down. And I can just barely make out the creeper egg there in the distant horizons. Maybe now, as we very slowly drift our way home, would be a good opportunity for me to give a big shout out and thank you to everyone for watching this series. We're over 100 days in now, which is pretty exciting. We are approaching the end of the 4th month, which will mean we are a third of the way through the year, which is crazy to think about, but also, again, very exciting. So, big shout out to everyone who has watched, whether you've watched a few episodes or all the episodes, thank you. Shout out to everyone who's ever commented. I really do appreciate all the comments, even if they're just simple, you know? We got folks who will just leave a few emojis, and those are appreciated. Extra big special thank you shout out to all of the channel members and all of the Patreon supporters who help sort of finance what we do here. And thank you for watching and for giving me your time. I hope that you've enjoyed the series thus far. And do know that in the future, we do have more big plans for big projects. Like I said, I do have a superstructure planned. The big cross was supposed to be a superstructure, and it turned out to be an okay structure. It could definitely be more super, and probably will be in the future. We'll make it bigger later. It gets the job done for the... it got the job done for the... a special that we did on Easter, and the next big plan, I don't want to spoil what it is, but it's going to involve trying to build a supermassive, natural-looking structure. Maybe that made no sense, or maybe it gives too much away, honestly. I don't know. In any case, as we slowly drift towards home, wanted to give you an idea of what to look forward to in the remainder of the month. We are probably not going to get around to building the shulker farm, because it looks like that's going to be a much more involved process than I had originally thought. Yet, I had accidentally watched a guide for Bedrock Edition, didn't realize it was Bedrock Edition, and that guide is in no way applicable to Java. The Java version of a shulker farm is quite a bit more complicated. I do believe we can do it, and in fact, we're going to do it. It's just not something I think we can knock out in these final few days, so instead we're going to focus on getting the sand farm up and running, hopefully next episode, and then in future episodes, finishing Dead Bull Island expansion, doing the Gilliam Island expansion. All that'll be a lot easier once we have the sand farm, because we're going to be using sand as our primary expansion method, right? Our primary building material. Yeah. Until next time, thank you folks for watching. God bless you, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.